Money can't buy you happiness. If you apply a minimalist mindset, you'll likely agree. Whatever your outlook, you can't deny that money is really bloody useful, and it's important to make the most out of this resource, no matter what your circumstances. So today, we're going to chat about how you can grow your money by looking into savings and investing. And at the end of the video, we'll break down which one might be right for you. Before we start, any information discussed in this video should not be seen as financial advice. If it were me, I'd make sure I'd paid off any long-term debts before looking into either savings accounts or investment strategies. Do your own research before making any financial decisions. Let's start with savings. The basic principles of saving is that it normally involves you putting money aside into either a bank account or building society over a period of time. The rate of return you can get from a savings account normally depends on the account you select and the rate of access you want to your money. Whether you lock your money away for a fixed long term or you deposit money away on a monthly basis, the return you can get is usually modest at best. When putting money into savings, your money won't normally lose value. However, a downside to saving is that the savings rate tends to be lower than the annual rate of inflation. Inflation is the increase in price of items and services. So when inflation increases, your money loses value, which means your money is able to buy you less stuff than it previously used to. Savings can be useful for your short to medium term goals. Putting money aside for an emergency fund can be one of the smartest moves you can make. The amount of money you put aside is unique to you. The general consensus seems to be to have 3 to 6 months saved up for an emergency fund. Once your emergency fund is looking healthy, the next common thing seems to be to save for a house deposit. And talking of buying properties brings us nicely on to investments. Once you have the keys to your house, as you're now paying for a mortgage, you're now also investing. Instead of buying stocks and shares, you're now buying bricks and mortar instead. Every month when you pay your mortgage, you end up owning more and more bricks, until finally, with investing, instead of saving your money, you're now spending it on an asset, on the hope that that asset increases in value over time, or that the asset earns enough for you to be able to withdraw an income from it. You've likely heard of the most common investment types, which will include stocks and bonds,
James Bond,
and properties, but you can also invest in commodities such as art and wine and gold.
I love gold!
So, how does your money grow with investing? When you invest knowing that there's always a level of risk attached. A return is never guaranteed, and the results vary depending on the asset you've invested in and the amount of money you've invested in it. But risk doesn't have to be a bad thing. The returns you could see from investing could massively outweigh the returns you would see from having your money in a savings account. I mean, you could invest all your money into a single company, something like Apple or Tesla, or if you're the kind of person that drinks Prime, invest it all in cryptocurrency. However, investing in just one company or one asset is a very risky strategy. It's always wise for you to diversify your investment portfolio. Diversifying, or diversification, is the practice of spreading your investments around so that your exposure to any one type of asset is limited. In other words, it helps to balance out the risk. So if one asset plummets in price, the other one's there to pick up the slack. With a mixture of tech, real estate, healthcare and entertainment companies, the S&P 500, which is the 500 biggest companies in America, could be one way you could diversify your investments. And the longer your money is held in assets, the more chance it has to grow and compound. Compounding means your returns are reinvested, which then allows for a potential greater return over a shorter time frame. You could look to take out an income by investing in assets that pay you a dividend income. This is an income that's paid out by companies to their stockholders, you. The better a company does, the better your dividend return is likely to be. However, being able to gauge which companies will be able to return a reliable dividend income is something even the best Wall Street financial advisors struggle to do on a consistent basis. So savings and investments. If you're still unsure, let's break it down like this. If your goals are to create an emergency fund, save for a family holiday, the purchase of a car or other such item, or perhaps saving for a house deposit, then a saving strategy aimed at short to medium term goals is probably where you need to head. However, if you've hit your savings goals, and bravo to you, then perhaps what you're looking to do is save for retirement or subsidise your current pension plan, create financial freedom in life, or continue to support your children or grandchildren, contributing towards their higher education. then putting some money into assets, which is a long-term goal, may be where you need to venture. I've spoken in a broader term about how I manage my finances, and you can see that video just here. And this video here has been recommended to you by the good people of YouTube. I've been Nick Huggins, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.